Teman-teman, ketemu lagi ya di channel saya. Dan kali ini kita akan bermain game indie. Ya, saya pengen lagi main game story nih. Pengen istirahat dulu dari Splatoon. Ya, kita new game aja ya. Confirm. Ya, tadi saya udah nyoba untuk testing aja, cuman belum mulai main ya. Oke. Jenny LeClue ini game misteri ya. Saya juga belum begitu tahu sih ini game tentang apa. Cuman lihat di review katanya game bagus, dan kemarin lagi diskon. Kalau nggak salah beli sekitar $3 lah ya. Jadi isinya sudah. Oke, ada quick time eventnya. Oke. Sepertinya kayak tutorial. Oke, kita ngomong ini. Kapal jadi jauh. Oke, oke. Saya tahu ini gamenya ya, cerita misteri ya, kayak nggak tahu deh teman-teman di sini ada yang masih ingat Lima Sekawan nggak? Aduh, jadi ketahuan deh menurut saya ya, yang ngerti Lima Sekawan gitu. Oke, oke, puzzle. Puzzle. Oh, oke, kalau ini kita putar, dia ikut putar. Oke. Oh, kalau kita ini putar juga. Oke. Oke. Apa yang terjadi? Ada lift. Ada apa itu, ada pipanya nempel. Oke, mungkin ini gamenya nggak langsung sekali beres ya. Kita lihat deh nanti berapa lama ini kita mainnya. Oke.
What? Who?
Apa? Siapa?
Oh, I must have
Oh.
dozed off.
Aku pasti ketiduran.
Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us
Oh,
up.
mungkin kita butuh
What do you say,
secangkir teh
Rufus?
untuk apa, Rufus?
Yes, quite right.
Oke ya.
Better get back
benar-benar.
to work.
Kau harus
This
kembali
book won't
bekerja.
write itself.
Buku ini tidak akan menulis
Maybe I should
dirinya
start
sendiri.
somewhere easier.
Mungkin
I'll
aku
come
harus
back to the
memulai dari
prologue
sesuatu
later.
yang lebih gampang. Mari kita mulai
The
dengan
sun
prolog.
rose over another perfect day in
Matahari
picturesque
terbit
Arthurton.
di antara perfect. Cepet ya. Sorry teman-teman, ini kecepatan kalau saya mau translate ya.
To the
Bisa
casual
bahasa Inggris kan ya,
observer,
teman-teman?
Arthurton seemed like any other small,
Arthurton
quiet
seperti
town.
kota kecil
It was
lainnya,
nestled in a valley between two
terletak
mountains,
di sebuah
lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake.
ada di kota Arthurton ya. ada di lembah antara dua gunung dan di
It had a
samping
main street with all the
samping
essentials,
danau.
including a place to sip coffee. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable.
Ya, kota kecil lah ini.
But there was one thing
ceritanya.
in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world. Actually, it was a girl. Her name was
Jenny.
Jenny LeClue. And she was the
Okay.
world's greatest detective.
Ini sepertinya tokoh utama kita ya, Jenny.
Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard? Yes, I got it. I did, and my answer is no. I understand that, but... Well, yes, of course, but... No. Nothing is settled. I'm not going to do it. It goes against everything my books stand for. No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying.
Oke, bapaknya Jenny ini sepertinya seorang penulis yang sedang berjuang. Apa ini? Oh, oke. Kita udah mau ngontrol lagi ya. Chapter 1. Oke, ini tadi ya. Oke. Letter to Finkelfans Travels. Oke. Books will continue as long as there is ink in my this will be moved. Oke, ini change page. Oke. Kita bisa zoom. Oke, kita bisa jatuhkan itu pensilnya. Kita bisa matiin lampu. Apa ini? Oh, ada rahasia. Oke. Ada LPR. Oke. Oke. Ini sepertinya kita zoom. Yang terhormat Arthur, semoga semua baik-baik saja. Sayangnya saya punya berita buruk. Tidak ada cara yang mudah untuk mengatakannya. Aku akan menempelkan angka penjualan buku yang terakhir. Akhir-akhir ini pembaca muda ingin lebih banyak misteri dan bahaya. Kamu kehilangan mereka dengan Jenny yang semakin lama semakin semakin jinak, dan petualangannya yang terus terlalu repetitif, terlalu berulang. Satu kabar gembira adalah sudah terlambat bagi toko-toko untuk membatalkan pesanan mereka untuk buku berikutnya. Jadi kita akan memberikan kamu satu kesempatan terakhir dan lihat apakah kamu bisa menghembuskan nafas kehidupan baru bagi Jenny ya. Jenny di sini sepertinya Jenny yang karakter bukunya ya, bukan Jenny si anaknya itu tadi. Kami ingin kamu mencoba sebuah misteri pembunuhan yang lebih bagus. Mulailah untuk membunuh orang-orang. Tambah sedikit drama. Pada dasarnya kalau kamu tidak menaikkan kemampuanmu, saya takut ini Jenny akan menjadi buku terakhir. Oke, flip X. Oke. In other positive, berita baik berikutnya, seseorang di koran akhirnya mereview buku terakhirmu. Oke, intinya sih ceritanya sudah mulai membosankan ya. I took the worst. Aku sudah merobek yang bagian yang jeleknya. I imagine, menurut aku semua ini mungkin akan sedikit mengejutkan, tapi kita harus ikut perkembangan zaman. Masukkan sebuah pembunuhan atau dua. Ya, ada kasih sedikit tragedi nyata, dan siapa tahu mungkin kamu bisa mendapatkan satu cerita yang luar biasa. Aku akan menelpon kamu nanti untuk membicarakannya. Sorry about your maaf tentang karirmu. Ya, lebih bertahanlah. Oke. Richard Ingwell. Oke. Sudah ada yang bawahnya. PS, main squash minggu depan. Setidaknya kamu punya waktu untuk bekerja. At least you have time to work on the setidaknya kamu punya waktu untuk latihan backhand. Nanti punya waktu latihan untuk backhand. Oke. Tadi kayaknya bisa ada di sini tadi. Oke, sepertinya sudah tidak ada. Sepertinya di meja ini sudah tidak ada apa-apa lagi ya.
You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine, I'll give you what you want. But I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir.
Sepertinya tadi kelanjutan dari surat yang kita baca tadi ya.
Boring? Predictable? Pah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get. It should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different. And nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LeClue was dead.
Langsung yang dimatiin karakter utama. Wah, ini penulis ngamuk.
Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
No! Never move the victim!
Mrs. LeClue, she's doing it again.
Jenny LeClue,
You are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk.
Oke, ini ibunya Jenny.
But he's doing it wrong.
As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help. With only the evidence laid before us, we build a picture from the fragment side. We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, this is LeClue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the body? Who can postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me! I think it was an accident.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was
She slipped on the wet floor,
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
and then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
It was cold-blooded.
Don't be ridiculous.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh, yes, there is. It was murder. And I can prove it.
Case of the Dead.
Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teachings. But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle.
First, I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data. And finally,
Deduce the real cause of death. The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick. There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood. What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime solving.
Chalky green residue on the rim. Smells like burnt matches. The floor is wet and slippy, so immaculately clean.
Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision. It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school locker. She'd worn it ever since.
The 8 sizes too big and covered in mud.
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so it was her favorite. The more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
I've still time to wrap this case up.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. How do I know the victim didn't slip? The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they? Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here. Okay, that proves she didn't slip. How did she actually die? What was the real cause of death? There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus. Also found in common garden fertilizer. The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead. Ah, the case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover.
Jenny?
The gardener enacting his revenge.
Jenny!
A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins.
That's quite enough, thank you.
What happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question. And by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue. So have a light lunch. The students need to think for themselves, Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
I just figured we all had places to go. Speaking of which,
And where are you off to, young lady?
I'm a dead body mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
The LeClues didn't simply hand each other presents. They hid them. Family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
Why? Okay. Move.
A new journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook. It smelled like mystery. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it.
Okay, move. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
A new journal meant new adventures.
Oke.
She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page, her mother had written an inscription.
A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom.
Change page. Oke. Kita change start. Oke. Apa ini? Choosing. Oke. Oke. Ini sepertinya pilihan-pilihan kita nanti akan muncul di sini ya. Oke.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Crossed arms. Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get
Emotional. I really gotta go.
no, Jenny, wait. I need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask for help. It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
Wow. The case of the misplaced papers. Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex task?
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere.
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
Oke, kita help.
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave. On one condition.
Yes?
You have to let me help grade them.
One of Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny F to an overconfident student.
Don't push your luck.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Find the papers and go straight home.
But I'm meeting Keith tonight.
No buts, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Well then, I have the perfect antidote. You're staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still need to pack.
This again. Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
Late again? What are you up to?
Jenny LeClue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
When do I ever get into trouble?
Oke, ceritanya lumayan lucu.
Alright, let's find these papers and get out of here.
Oke.
Looking rather trim today, Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
Ini cuma bisa kiri kanan ya, nggak bisa atas bawah.
Becoming a great detective took more than book smarts. You needed real-life experience. And Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous conclusions. Mom must have put them behind the chalkboard.
Ini satu ketemu. Oke, sebelum kita ambil kertasnya, kita lihat-lihat dulu. Oke kan, benar kan?
Please do not touch. Someone must be running an experiment.
Kita lihat-lihat dulu sebelum kita ambil.
Gross. Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs.
Oke, nggak bisa diapa-apain. Nah, tapi nambah catatan jurnal. Oke, sebelum kita ambil kertas-kertasnya, kita lihat-lihat dulu. Oke, ada yang bisa interact lagi yang lain.
One of Jenny's earliest memories was making raspberry jam with her mum.
It's the perfect substitute for blood in class demonstrations. And better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends.
Oke. Oke, berarti itu kira-kira ya. Nggak ada lagi. Bisa diutak-atik.
Found you. Time to get out of here.
Journal updated.
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
Oke, I leave. Kita pergi. Tadi udah cek ya. Nggak ada apa-apa lagi. Kayaknya.
Okay, so she wasn't really dead. That would be silly. No, Jenny was alive and well and ready for another perfect day in Arthurton.
Oke, untuk video pertama kita sampai situ dulu ya. Kita lanjut nanti di episode 2 dari video kita. Kalau teman-teman yang suka dengan konten-konten semacam ini, boleh yuk di like, share, dan subscribe. Sampai jumpa lagi ya di video kita berikutnya. Sampai jumpa.